Kia ora, good morning. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Mesa in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling start to your Tune Up Tuesday. Yes, it is going to be an incredible day today. We might even get some rain. There's very, very dark clouds moving their way in. Went out for our walk this morning, and Zephy got to play with her new best friend again. 2 mornings in a row. She's had, well, 3 mornings in a row now. She's been able to do that. And yeah, we went out this morning and the clouds outside were very, very dark as them slowly moving this way. So it'll be interesting to see if we get any rain. So thank you, California, for sending it over. We appreciate it. Because I know California, especially Southern Cal, got hit by some big rains and thunderstorms and stuff in the last couple of days. So thank you for sending it our way. And I can go dancing in the rain. Anyway, Tune Up Tuesday. So I saw an awesome quote this morning, and this awesome quote. So I'm always looking at quotes every morning and everything else, and this, and along with other inspiring stuff. If you remember our conversation from yesterday, and this quote says, "Tell the negative committee that meets inside your head to sit down and shut up." And that's a quote from Anne Bradford. I love that. The negative committee. I have a negative committee in my head. I think I'm going to disband them. What do you think? So it got me thinking about, what are some of the things that we can change so that the negative committee has nothing to be negative about, and turn them into, and like kick them out. So what can we change in our mindset? What can we change within ourselves that will disband that negative committee, kick them out, and do more than just sit down and shut up? We actually give them the boot. So I thought, well, language is a great place to start. How are we self-talking to ourselves? Are we looking in the mirror and going, "Oh my gosh, look at my big fat butt"? I mean, something like that. Or, "Look at how big I am. I've got this little bit of fat here. I need to get rid of it." Or, "I'm not as muscular as I would like to be." Or, "I'm not as slender as I want to be." When we're looking in the mirror, what do we, or my hair just won't get all nice and shiny. Or what negative stuff are we talking? What's our self-talk? Oh, your new opportunity comes on. "Oh, you don't want to do that. You can't do that. You're not good at it." Instead of just turning around saying, "Yep, we're going to go for it." So what negative self-talk are you giving yourself? Think about it every time. And there's some people who are on lifestyle plans, and I don't like the word diet, so we use lifestyle plans, where it could be eating healthier. It could be being more conscious of what they're eating. And just think about when you go to eat something that may not be in your lifestyle plan, or it's a day that you're allowing yourself to eat whatever you want. There's times, and I know this from personal experience, there's times that, we've got a day off, we're celebrating, and this is my day where I'm not going to call it cheating. It's the day where I get to reward myself. I don't know. There's going to be another word for it, but I don't want the cheat word in there, because that's kind of a negative connotation. So, so then you're looking at the thing to say, okay, I've got this chocolate cake here that I want to eat. But the negative talk is like, "Do you really want to eat that? Just think of all the sugar. Think of how tired you're going to be when that sugar hits your system." And you get that talk going in there. Well, I just want to shut that down. It's like, this is a beautiful piece of chocolate cake, and it is going to taste amazing, and I'm going to feel so good because just tasting that chocolatiness. What's the right word? Just tasting that chocolate on my tongue, and this cake, and I know that this is a good cake because I've had this type of cake before, and it is just so rich in chocolate, and it's just got that melt in your mouth feel about it. Oh, it's going to be amazing. So start thinking of things like that you can start, instead of sort of like having that little voice going, "Oh, you really shouldn't have that extra serving of mac and cheese," or "You really shouldn't have that extra serving of." Shut that guy up. Slap him on the face and kick him out the door. You know, Start, and I read an article that said, give your inner critic a name. So instead of just saying, "Oh, would you shut up?" you could turn around and go, what was the example they had in there? Because I haven't thought of a name for my inner critic yet. But give your inner critic a name. Maybe it's a name that you don't like. So every time you hear that name, you like cringe. It could be something like the nag. "Oh, the nag's going off again. Time to give them the boot again." So try ways around that by giving your inner critic a name. Use a name that you don't really like, so every time you hear it, you like cringe, and like, okay, how can we shut the nag up and go to something positive? So, so look at things like that. Your self-talk. Who is your inner critic? Embrace who you are, because you will never be perfect. Nobody I mean, there are people out there who inspire to be perfect, but no perfect person nobody who strives for perfection and actually inspires others, if that makes sense. Because there are those out there who want to be the best that they can be, realize, because those that inspire us are being the best that they can be and always looking to better themselves, but they know that they will never be perfect. So they're just going to be the best that they can be. And those are people that inspire me more rather than those people that are striving for perfection because they think they need to be perfect. That is really hard to maintain. I was one of those people that had to be perfect in everything I did. I hated when I made a mistake. Absolutely hate it. I still kind of cringe when I make a mistake, but I now own up to it instead of in the past years ago I used to like try and cover it up. How can I fix this so it's now perfect and nobody will know that I made that mistake? Own up to the fact that you make mistakes. Own up to it, because when you're striving for perfection, I understand in some areas you have to be spot on, you have to be precise. There is that, but there is a chance that because you're striving so much hard for perfection that you could actually make mistakes. Because you're so laser focused, you're not aware of other circumstances around you that could affect what it is you're trying to perfect. So rather than being laser focused on perfection, just be laser focused on being the best person and the best human being that you could possibly be. And know that you're going to screw up along the way and expect the screw ups. What is it they tell you at the doctor's office? Hope for the worst and expect the best. No, hope for the best and expect the worst. We got told that a lot in Brad's cancer journey. It was like always hope for the best but expect the worst. And I was sort of like, a little bit afterwards, I thought, why can't I expect the best as well? Because if I expect the worst, then I'm putting that vibe out there that I'm expecting the worst. Why can I not expect the best? And I always love in Nova Fairfax Hospital, they had these big posters. I don't know if they still have them, they probably do, but these big posters up there were the 10 rules of patient care. I cannot tell you what 1 through 9 is, but I can tell you what number 10 is. Number 10 was allow room for miracles to happen. And it was that number 10 one. Like I said, I cannot tell you what 1 through 9 is, but I can tell you what number 10 is. Always allow room for miracles to happen. And having that with my faith is what kept me going over the whole 9 years, 8 months, and 3-day journey that we had with Brad. From when I first saw that's what kept me going, is allow room for miracles to happen. And it didn't matter how big the miracle was, how small the miracle was, we celebrated every step of victory along the way. So, embrace the person that you are, accept the fact that you will never be perfect, but you can always, in fact, forget the word perfection at all and just strive to be the best person you can be. Because when you're striving to be the best person you'll be, you are going to stumble, you are going to fall, but guess what? You're going to get yourself back up again and you're going to keep moving forward. And that is when you're going to inspire other people. You're going to have the breakdowns, you'll have the breakthroughs, and you will keep inspiring people because you keep having breakdowns and breakthroughs. When somebody is striving to be perfect, they only want you to see that perfect shell on the outside. They don't want to see they don't want you to see the turmoil that they're going through on the inside that could actually inspire others. They just want you to see that perfect picture. I am not perfect. I make mistakes all the time. I get on these Facebook Lives and I'll have my little notes here in my little notebook, and I will be, right, this is what we're going to talk about, and I will get there, I'll look at a word and go, why the hell did I write that? Or my talk goes off in a completely different direction to what I had planned. There's mistakes that are going to be made along the way. I made a mistake on somebody's family tree. I owned up to the fact to it. I went and I corrected it because I put the wrong person in the tree because I didn't dig deep enough. And so that taught me I have to dig and dig and dig and dig to double check everything, triple check everything, quadruple check everything before I put somebody in a tree. So, and I made the mistake of, I had been through this other person's tree and saw the sources that they had there and thought, yep, they've got the same sources that I have. But I didn't dig deep enough into their tree to see if it was the perfect match. And I mistakenly connected their tree to my tree or to this client's tree. And then I went back and then something popped up and I was like, hang on, that is not in their tree. And so I went back and had a look and I went, oh my gosh, I have made a mistake. I did not dig deep enough into that other tree. Yes, I went down a couple of levels. I should have gone a 3rd level deeper, because if I had gone that 3rd level deeper, I would have found that mistake that would have told me that this is not these 2 levels here are correct, but they've made a mistake in their tree by putting this other level in there, which doesn't belong to that tree. So I then had to go back and correct all of that, take that information out, remove that source, remove anything that source had applied in there that was I want to say fake news, that was not correct. And then I also sent a note to the person who owned that tree to say, hey, we seem to be researching the same information. I noticed on your tree that you have this person, but then you've also connected them with this person. In the tree that I am researching, these people here are the correct family, but this person has no connection to this family whatsoever. And so they were able to come back and go, oh, thank you so much, because this person over here that didn't connect with my tree was the person they were researching, and they had found the information. And of course, like most people do on Instagram, oh, yes, they've got the right people. Click accept. They don't dig. So it's, you make mistakes. That's okay. You accept the fact that you make mistakes. So tell that negative committee, and I like this, tell that negative committee that meets inside your head to sit down and shut up. Hey, Zeph. Do you have a negative committee in your head? Come over here. Do you have a negative committee in your head? Oh, and before I go, because we're about to wrap up for the day, I got to say a huge thank you to Panda, because Panda sent Zeffie this gorgeous little Christmas card. It says Merry Christmas, Zeffie on it. Isn't that cute? And on the back it has, I don't know if you can see that, Merry Christmas from Panda. Isn't that awesome? So Panda is that beautiful cat down there, and belongs to my friend Kathy Baxter up in Canada up there. And her cat sent my puppy this cute little cute little Christmas card. It arrived yesterday, and I showed it to, what's this? And I showed it to Zeffie, and she sniffed every single inch of it. Oh, actually, now she's trying to chew it. No, you can't chew it. It's not a chew toy. So, Kathy, if you're watching, I'm sorry, my dog tried to chew the card that your cat sent her, but it's been put in a safe place now. But anyway, so go out today, be mindful of your thoughts. Are they negative? Are they positive? Because also too, when you're mindful of your thoughts, it also affects what comes out of your mouth as well. Because if you're thinking negative thoughts, you're going to speak negative thoughts. So if you want to speak positive thoughts, you've got to start speaking positively. You've got to shut down that negative committee. You have to tell that that inner critic to shut the hell up. Give them a name. Give that inner critic a name, so that you can say, oh, nag is off again, and embrace who you are. Embrace the person that you are in this present moment in time, and strive to be the best person that you can be. And yes, you are going to stumble. Yes, you are going to fall. There are obstacles that are going to come your way. You're going to face a lot of challenges along your way. And but every time you get back up and you dust yourself off and you keep moving, that is another victory for you. And that story ends up being an inspiration for somebody else. Have a super fantastic sparkling tune-up Tuesday, and we'll catch you guys later today. Hakon era.